Brooklyn Public Library has 99 issues, however Jay-Z ain't one should a striving public library be utilized as a sanctum to a very rich person's marvelous life. A knowing in is being a craftsman, Jay-Z says in one of the numerous recordings of him right now visible at the Brooklyn Public Library's BPL principal branch, situated at Fantastic Armed Force Square, in the focal point of New York City's most crowded district that the neighborhood man brought into the world in 1969 as Sean Carter, yet who presently likes to refer to himself as Hav, knows how to make Paramount well-known music and remain on media outlets isn't an uncertainty. Whether the knowing Hav alludes to places him in the classification of imaginative virtuoso is a prickly discussion that relies on which models one purposes yet. Obviously missing from the Book of Hav show is any material that delineates how the rap genius came to learn anything. Indeed, there is meager consideration dedicated to Jay-Z's life before he arrived at fame in his late 20s. That non-attendance is doubly odd, given that Brooklyn's biggest public library is where ages of children from all foundations have figured out how to guess and open their thoughts to the world. Yet guests to the Book of Hav won't leave away with information about any books, world pioneers, or even performers that roused youthful Sean Carter. The show's initial last week brought up additional issues about its target group. On a blistering workday, the vigorously dealt library was shut to its constituents in anticipation of a superstar-studded night occasion, facilitating the rapper and his celebrity companions. Following the lead of the presentation that welcomes showgoers, the New York Times called the display a tribute to optimistic superstar lavishness. Others might see it as more similar to a house historical center, complete with prizes, for example Emmys and wagered grants, irregular memorabilia of football endorsed by Rihanna, pictures of Jay-Z with group celebrities like Tom Brady, and cover photographs of him in rich fella magazines. Counting Stogie Fan, it's important that on the opposite side of the East Waterway, a fundamental part of the New York Public Library right now has a display of Charles Darwin's letters, while a show at the Schomburg Place for Exploration in Dark Culture presents craftsmanship by detained individuals. These more customary presentations stick to a public library's long-standing mission. Not all of the Book of Hav essentially observes Jay-Z's business achievement. Nonetheless, one part of the display in the BPL's first-floor youth wing is named Progressing Policing and Jail Change. While the instances of Resigned Factory and Khalif Browder might be natural to most grown-up showgoers, the things showed banners for Plant, the Peabody grant that Jay-Z and company won for their 2017 narrative about Browder, are introduced with next to no foundation detail, given that from the start, they seem to highlight choices from the BPL's book assortment. It's unsure that participants will see the 10 retires close by in the young wing that exhibit a modest bunch of books from the library of Jay-Z. These are generally craftsmanship books, including Basquiat's Ruination, 2019, as well as books by or about contemporary dark specialists, including Rashid Johnson, Henry Taylor, and